Hey guys, Liz,
Peggy,
and we're Behind the Sweets. So today we're going to talk about why take a class, like a cake class, a cookie class, an ice and lot class.
I don't even need a class.
Have you taken a class?
Well, I have taken classes, but I don't need them anymore.
Why?
I have a successful business.
You have something blue on your nose.
Oh my God, Do I need a class on how to not have something blue on my nose?
Makeup class.
No, but seriously, you guys, there's always a reason why you should always keep learning and taking a class. Whether it's a class on cookies, on cakes,
ice malt, really anything. It's just smart because number one, what's number one?
You're investing in yourself.
Right, so you're investing in yourself. So you're investing in you learning new skills or learning a skill you already have and just taking it to the next level.
Yep. Especially, like, even if you're just a hobbyist, some people are like, I don't need a class, I don't do this professionally or make money, I just do it for a hobby. Then do it for yourself, just so you can have this cool new thing that you do. And I would probably show it to all my neighbors and just feel really cool about myself.
And some people are like, I'm a hobby baker. I sell a few cakes here and there. It's like, well, if you sell cakes, you're running a business. Whether you think you're a business or not, if you're selling them, you are a business. People are coming to you because of your skill. And you're taking classes to better that skill and get more customers.
Yep. And the best thing I've always seen, and that brings us to number 2, is investing in your business. So if you are learning the latest techniques that are out there that you've seen in the magazines or on Food Network or what have you, then if you take one of those classes that teach you those new trending skills, guess what? You can share that with your clients. And suddenly you're going, oh yeah, I'm teaching that new thing, and you learned it and you have the confidence to actually pull it off. So that's something your clients are going to love, is when you learn those new trends.
The better you are, the more people are going to pay for your cakes, and that money that you spent taking that class is going to come back and then probably double, triple itself. So don't think of it as like, oh, I'm not sure that I can spend the money on that. Think of it from a business standpoint too. You know, you can't let that go out of your mind when you're trying to take your cake, cookie, ice and malt, whatever game you're doing to the next level.
Right. And I guess an example of that is like if you owned a store and you were like, oh, the new coolest thing out there, you know, this gadget is selling like crazy. A normal business owner would go, oh, I probably better secure like 100 of those because my store can then make money because I'll be selling it. If you're a baker and you see that new trend out there, you're going to go, oh, I need to learn that trend. So what you're going to do is go learn how to do that trend. And yes, online classes are great, but there's a lot to be said about a hands-on class.
Oh my gosh.
You just won't get that online. You won't get somebody going, oh honey, move your hand just a little bit this way, or you almost have it.
So I took a class with Natalie Sidesurf, and we were doing this monkey head. And I asked her to come over. I was like, hey, can you tell me what you think about this? And she's like, let me just do this. And she like pushed the eye, like the eye part back just a little bit, just like one little movement. I'm like, boo, oh my gosh. Like, it was amazing, but that's not something you get on online classes. Like, she touched my work, did a little tiny thing to it, just with her thumb. And it was just like, wow. And now it's something I always remember. Like, I remember that to this day. And it's something that I always do. That little movement just of this part of the face to make it better.
Yep. Well, and one time, so that was good because you knew you needed help. One time, I actually thought I was freaking like the Rosette Queen back in my home baker days, and everybody wants the bridal shower cakes with all the rosettes, or the birthday party with all the rosettes. So I was at the Wilton School in Chicago, and Sandy, who has been teaching forever, she's like the whole director of the whole program. I remember Fox News was there, and we had to do these blue boards. If you guys have ever gone to a Wilton class, you know these big blue, they're this big, and you fill them with whatever. So let me tell you, I'm sitting there and the news is there, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing rosettes. And I know what I'm doing. And everybody else in the class, I'm like, well, look how much faster I am, and I'm so good. So I see Sandy coming over, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna feature me on the news. I'm so cool. She's gonna tell me how amazing I am.
You're like perfect student.
Yes. And I'm just I'm scraping, and then she comes over and she's like, let me help you. She's like, you see what you're doing is these little tails. She's like, we need them to actually not be coming out. And I'm like, and I was good. I kept smiling. because I knew the news was watching, but I had no idea that there was a small little detail that
Yeah.
was missing. And I took it well. Ever since then, like Sandy's hands, I still feel her hand on my hand helping me.
Yeah.
I did not know I had that little thing wrong. So it's always those little things that those
Yeah.
teachers can help either boost your confidence, show you how, or go, I can help you get that much better when
Yeah.
you don't even think you need to get better. So
Agreed. I think it's good to be a lifelong learner. I mean, to be a good teacher or to be a good creator, you have to keep learning. You can't think that you know it all.
yeah.
When you think you know it all,
Yeah,
Then
I ate the humble pie
then you
right
stay here.
on live TV.
yeah, you stay
Yeah.
at this plateau and you never go up. You have to be a lifelong learner. All right, our next reason, step 3. My favorite, networking. Networking. Why take a cake class or a cookie class or an ice malt class? Networking. You meet so many people in those classes. Even just going to the shows, you just meet people that you never thought you would meet. For example, your idol, mine, Liz, love her. Never thought I'd meet her, never thought we'd be friends, and here we are, friends, and she's still my cake idol.
I mean, and it's true. I mean, whenever I went to SoFlo and I took a class, I met people in that class. Holly was the teacher, and she was amazing. And just getting to know her, and then she introduced me to, various products
Yeah.
and techniques and other people and stuff like that. And suddenly, my friend group grew even bigger,
Yeah.
and it's just awesome because I have more people to talk to
Yeah,
about
or
cake
help.
stuff.
Like,
yeah.
if you need help, we're all here for each other, and we just want to help each other. And so it's really nice because, like I was talking about Natalie's class that I took 2 years ago. I met Riva for the first time in that class,
gosh,
and
she's
Vicky
so fun.
Kane, and I met all these people from all over the country, and we still keep in contact. And if I have a question, I can definitely just ask them. It's about networking because sometimes this can be a very lonely business. And it's just nice to have people that you know, people that can bring you to the next level, people that can show you different products and items and skills. It's really great. Networking is it's so important.
I know. Well, even if you just need to vent to somebody, to have somebody in the industry that you can trust with customer concerns or pricing or techniques, or just what I can tell you is some of my friends that are not in the industry, they are really over me talking about confectionery stuff and supplies and
Yeah.
retailers and classes, and I have to be like, okay, I'll stop talking about work. But the thing is, when you network with people who are in the industry, that's all we talk about.
Yeah.
Me and you have to actually be like, all right, let's talk about real things.
Let's talk about something else, but then we always keep going back to this.
Which is amazing, because I could talk about it all day long.
I know, me too. So networking is definitely really important on why to take a cake class. I know it sounds ridiculous, but why we're talking about networking in classes that feel like they don't go hand in hand, but they absolutely go hand in hand. So, okay, point number 4. Gaining confidence in yourself. All right, you need to gain confidence. There's a lot of things that I'm not confident in still, but I take classes to build that confidence because your teacher you're not done with your class when the class is over. So you have that person to keep going back to and say, hey, I learned this in your class, and is this the right way? Am I doing this right? Can you give me some feedback? And then they give you the confidence from a teacher standpoint. Okay, so I think it's just important for you to know, okay, I'm doing this right, I'm doing this well, I'm taking the time to take this class to learn how to do it the right way, and that builds confidence.
Yeah. And another thing on confidence, let's just say that you're like, okay, I have this skill set and I'm really good at it. And you've always wanted to break into the world of teaching. You're like, one day I'd love to teach. And all your friends are like, oh my God, you should teach this. You're so good. But you don't have the confidence to teach. Taking a hands-on class will help you get the confidence, because you'll actually get to sit with somebody and go, oh my God, I'd love to teach. You're so amazing. And you can watch them, how they interact with their students, how they interact just in general, how they carry themselves. And it can give you the confidence to go, you know what, I can do that because this is a real person.
Yeah.
They're just teaching their skill set. They're teaching their trade, and that's something that I can do too. If you can break that down to just a person teaching another person a skill set and get that confidence by sitting and watching them do that, it's no different than teaching anything else.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you want to teach, if you already have a great skill set, take a hands-on class and just see how that process looks, how it feels, how the teachers conduct themselves, and take it to the next level. And you're going to gain your confidence from doing your very first hands-on class yourself.
If you're sitting in class and you're quiet, you need to speak up, because participating helps you kind of take that nerve off. Like, so I really hate public speaking, or I did. I actually took it online in college.
I can't see you hating public.
I took it
Oh
online.
my gosh, you have to like record yourself
Yes,
and submit it?
Yeah, I had
Oh
to
my
I had
gosh.
to speak to a classroom full of empty desks.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Because I like started getting anxiety. I broke out in hives. I mean,
Oh
it
my
was,
goodness. I could not even see that being you back then.
It was, but you know, I went to these classes and I watched them. I was interested in being a teacher, so I watched them teach. That was something I took note of. Not only learning what their skills, you know, what they're teaching, but I watched how they taught, and that's how I learned how to be a good teacher.
Well, also I think you're a good teacher. You were an art teacher, so that makes sense
Well,
because
I was a facts teacher. I like home ec.
oh, that's so.
I
cool.
wanted to
Oh my
teach
gosh,
art.
you got to teach like baking and all that to like.
Well, no.
Did you inspire anybody?
No, I didn't teach baking.
You did it? I
No.
thought you do that in facts.
Well, you do, but the other facts teacher did that.
Oh. What did you have to do?
I did
Sewing?
like sewing and
Ah.
child development
Ah.
and interior design.
Okay, so that's the thing. You have to actually love what you teach. So if you're teaching something that you don't really like, so maybe
That's
you're
why I'm not a teacher anymore.
like, so maybe you're really good at piping. Don't teach it if you actually hate piping, because at the end of the day, your heart has to be in teaching.
Yeah, you need to love what you teach.
And even if you're taking a class, if you're taking a hands-on class, make sure it's in something that you love. If you love confectionery arts, we want you to sign up for every single class and just learn and grow and build confidence and all that good stuff. But if you actually are not into this industry, but maybe your bakery boss is like, oh, you're really good at that, I need you to take all these classes, then maybe you need to kind of reassess yourself.
Yeah.
Because your heart has to be in it. You can't learn without actually having the desire to learn. So that's a big thing. Always, whenever you go into these classes, have a positive point of view and want to learn, because your teachers love people that are positive and just really going to be blank slate and learn their way. And even if you think you know it all, there might be that one little thing, that little change of the hand or the pushing it back.
Yeah. Guess what, Peggy? You don't know it all.
You know what? I actually do know it all.
No, you don't.
I've taken
She's
every class I
lying.
can take.
Okay, point number 5, very last one, most important of everything is to have fun. You know, sometimes you just kind of feel down in the business, and like I said, it's kind of a lonely. What a jerk.
It's kind of fun.
It is fun. Anyway, sometimes you feel down in the business and you feel kind of lonely, and this is kind of a little outlet to have some fun and really, like we said earlier, meet people, talk. It's just something that kind of gets you back in that groove of feeling like, you know what, I really do love cake decorating. Sometimes, honestly, in my mind, I'm like, oh, I mean, I love it, but I'm so tired. And then I take these classes and like, you know what, I really do love this.
Yeah, I mean, every time I've taken a class, if I'm kind of feeling like, I don't need to learn anymore, okay, I'll take a class. I take it, and suddenly I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I have all these new ideas.
Yes, you're totally inspired.
I mean, it just boosts you up.
It
It's
really
like
does.
drinking a bunch of coffee.
Yeah.
Like,
I know, that's how I feel too. No, but it also kind of provokes creativity, because you learn these skills and you're like, oh my gosh, now I can do this, and I've been wanting to do this, and now I can do it because I learned this new skill. So it just kind of gets your mind going, because sometimes we get in those creative blocks where we're not really sure what to do. And these classes, they inspire you, they help with creativity, and you know, it's fun. It's fun having new ideas.
and it is a place to ask questions. I mean, if you go to
Absolutely.
these classes, don't just sit back, listen, do the thing, and not talk with the teacher.
Yeah.
Talk with the other people in your class.
So to wrap it all up, we want to say, you know, number 1, you're investing in yourself. Number 2, you're investing in your business. Number 3, networking. Okay, it's super important. Number 4, gaining confidence in yourself and your business. And number 5, have some fun.
I dare you to kiss it.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, it smells really good actually.
Does
It's
it?
like modeling chocolate and fondant.
Oh, it does.
I know.
We didn't have lunch yet either.
All right, guys, we're really happy that you joined us today. Stay tuned for next week when we have a lot of other interesting things to talk to you about.
Stay sweet. Bye.